What's good, family? Welcome back to the channel. I am Lady Nyca. Look, I am perplexed. Y'all, I sat here and did a 36-minute video and went to replay it before I uploaded, and the audio is so low. If I released that to you guys, you would be hitting me up in them comments going to hell, and we cannot hear you, girl. So I had to. I did it off the dome, so I had to delete that, and now I'm back again to try to do it again. So welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Lady Nyca. Hello to each and every one of my new love things. Thank you for coming. I hope you enjoy your stay here with me. Let me know if there's anything I can do to make it better for you. If you got issues, let your girl know. I will do my part to make sure that I keep all of my love things satisfied over here on the channel, okay? Now, I also hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving with your family, and if you was by yourself, I hope you still did something in remembrance of the day, just being thankful for each and every day that you have a second chance at being a better person. I am so grateful for my love things. Y'all just don't know. Some of y'all been with me since the beginning. Some of y'all have come along as the journey began, and I thank each and every one of you because you didn't have to. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to come over here. YouTube is a choice, but for each and every person that does come, please know that I don't take you for, I don't take it for granted. I don't take it for granted because you could be watching anybody else. So if you're coming over here watching me and listening to me, then you did me a solid, and I'm truly appreciative of that. I hope y'all had some good food, baby. I hope you was able to, if you had the day off, to get your little rest while you loved on your family members. I mean, thank y'all. I can't thank y'all enough. I really can't, I had planned on not showing up down here again until Monday, but I'm going to tell you something about this journey that I've been on with YouTube for the last 3 years. Next month, in January, it will make 4 years I've been down here. And I learned a lot in 4 years almost here. And one thing I have learned about it, if it's truly your passion to do this, baby, you can go to Zimbabwe, bitch. You're going to find a way to get that upload up. Because you're going to want to reach out and talk to your people. Even if it's not live, it's a video. And this has become a part of my life. It's like, even all week, as I said, I was going to relax, relate, release. I didn't do my damn green. I ain't even seen Greenleaf, y'all. Okay? I have no idea. But I didn't even do that, but one thing kept staying on my mind is I need to do a video. I almost watched Greenleaf just so I could do a video, but then I got to watching as I was sitting around the house this week getting my stuff prepared. And Tracy, I didn't forget you. I'm doing a traditional Christmas, so that's where I'll try to make sure I record the cornbread dressing. Thanksgiving, we did very non-traditional. Child, we barbecued and shit, okay? I did a damn Cajun turkey, but I deep fried that myself. I didn't need no help or nothing like that. And I didn't feel like that was something y'all may want to see on camera, so I didn't bother recording it. Plus, it was just some woosah loving on my family time, okay? But, yeah, so I've been sitting around, and as I watch my analytics, okay? And in watching my analytics, I noticed that my 90-Day Fiancé's reviews are starting to get more views. And along with the more views, I'm noticing I'm getting some more subscribers. I'm not saying it's necessarily simply because of 90-Day Fiancé, but girl, it's been a spike in the views on that channel. I mean, on that show. So I said, you know what? I'm going to sit back and I'm going to go back. And so what I've been doing this week is going to the blogs and reading what they have to say about it, like In Touch, Reddit. It's some more stuff I saw too. If you go to Google and type in the 90-Day Fiancé and then just go to stories, child, you'll see all that stuff that I saw. So what we're going to talk about today is the 90-Day Fiancé but a closer look, because I don't know this cast. I have my sister from the D told me that I needed to watch this show about 2 years ago, and I just was like, I watched one episode and it didn't resonate with me. And I feel like if I watch a show and if I don't start a conversation in my head or with the people that's in the room with me while I'm watching it, then it's not grabbing me, and I'm not going to really do very well on bringing a review over to you guys. And with that being said, I did not feel anything, so I didn't fool with that, period. I said, okay, girl, I can't do it. I'm going to leave it to the people that can. Well, this season started, and I just happened to be floating through the TV, and I saw that it was the season premiere for season 6, and I said, let me give this another chance. Girl, I got caught up. I love this season. I love this franchise because, see, what I've been doing while I've been away from y'all is I've been researching and going back watching past seasons of this show. Now, we do be having different people every season, but the point is I'm getting the gist of the show, and I wind up finding myself very, very interested in it. And so this season, I said, in order for me to do better with the reviews, because my views are going up on the reviews, I need to know a little bit more about these people. The more I know about these folks, the better my review can be. And maybe that, some of these, because I be conflicted sometimes because I don't know the backstory on these people. So I don't want to go in if I don't need to go in. And I don't want to not put my foot on your neck if my foot needs to be on your neck. Now, let me start this off by saying that I'm aware that some of the 90 Day Fiancé cast members are watching these reviews. And I have been privy to find out a few of y'all watch me. And I want to say thank you. If you've watched me so far, you know that how I'm coming when how I talk, okay? I do my stuff my way. I try to be respectful. I try to call it down the middle. But every now and again, I tend to might want to say something that might hurt your little feelings. If this is you I'm talking about, just know that this is all shits and giggles and entertainment. That is it. When I click this off, I don't give a damn. And you can live your best life knowing that I don't give a damn. I'm just doing what I gotta do because this is a part of what I do down here on the YT, okay? So don't get in your feels about this. I like all y'all for the most part, and I hope that we continue to have that same relationship. I am honored to know that some of you are indeed watching my reviews. I was surprised because I'm not even on camera when I do these reviews most of the time, but I guess you don't mind listening to me. So thank you for your support. Now, let me move on and just talk about what I wanted to talk about. Like I said, I've been doing my research, people. And in doing my research, I found out a little bit more about these people's backstories, which I think is going to really aid me when I do the review Sunday at how I look at what they're actually doing on the episode and be able to relate it better to you guys, my opinions about why this shit going that way and what's going on, okay? So, we're going to go couple by couple. We're going to start off with the people that's got the list stuff going on with them. Larissa and Colt will be last. I can let you know that ahead of time. Let's start with Steven and Olga. I didn't find out a lot about Steven and Olga in my research, other than the fact that Steven now thinks because he done been on the 90 Day Fiancé, he got acting chops and he wants to be an actor. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Maybe he do have it. I'm not the one to say he can or can't do it. All I can say is the sky's the limit, child. If you think you got it and they put you on this show for this season, you ain't no telling what you can possibly get on. So good luck to you with that. I hope you generate enough money to go get you some therapy, because clearly something is amiss with you. Now, I was disappointed in him last week because I know he young. All these people pretty young. You know what I'm saying? With the exception of Eric. He ain't young. But the rest of them young. These are young people. And I give him a little pass on his immaturity level because he's young. But what I saw in him this past Sunday kind of upset me because, Olga had she's about to give birth in Russia. You can't turn up because they're not as willing to let you be in that room, and you thought that they weren't going to let you be in the room, and you running around talking about how you going to turn that hospital out. No, what you would do is turn your ass up into a Russian prison cell where they would lock your ass up and throw the damn key away. You better sit your ass down. Don't play. That is the Soviet Union, okay? The Soviet. They not, baby. They're not the U.S. I don't think they rule under democracy. I could be wrong if I am. Put it down in the penny, but I could have sworn that's a country under dictatorship. I'm just saying. So I didn't think that was wise how he was acting. I understand that he was anxious, but bring it down. Also, the reason why I made the therapy reference is because you stated you have anger issues, and that's like something that goes on inside your family. Now, by your own admission, your mother had kicked you out, you didn't finish school, and you basically been bouncing from place to place. You're a waiter. You met this girl on while she was on summer vacation in the United States, played around with her, and when she left the United States, she left with your seed in her gut. Okay? I get you wanting to be a part and be like, you know, what your dad, how he was with you prior to his death and all of that. But I see you as, if you don't get you some help, you gonna be worse. And you ain't gonna be, your reasoning for not being with your kid ain't gonna be because you passed away from diabetes or something like that. You got issues that you need to deal with because you're going to stand in your own way of being a good father. You were just mean and insensitive to that girl. That girl just had a whole baby by cesarean section. Now, that is not something that most women want to have unless they only time a woman really be planning for a C-section is if she got some health complications that won't allow her to have it naturally. Clearly, something went on and this girl needed to have this baby by cesarean. And I'm thinking more or less it's probably because her goddamn baby was 9 pounds, honey. And look at her, she's small. Her cervix probably couldn't, child, a man could not understand. He'll never understand. He can make sympathize, but he'll never understand because they not built to do this job. Okay? God knew what he was doing when he made women. But for you to be insensitive to her and tell her she's not going to be mean to you because she asked you to clean your hands several times. My thing is this. You're in the Soviet Union again. Look at that condition of that hospital. That wasn't one of the better hospitals, I don't think, in Russia. So if the place don't look very sanitized in the beginning, all she asked you to do was just make sure that you don't happen to pass something to the baby by mistake. Wash your hands. And she just had her body ripped apart to give birth to your seed. How you gonna get mad because she moving slow? Do you not realize that that's considered surgery and it takes time for her to heal from that? See, you need to go talk to somebody about your issues. You have issues that are going to become a problem for you soon if you don't tend to them. That's really all I heard about him and her. I do know that they recently filmed a tell-all, and everybody was in New York City except for Colt and Larissa. We will talk about them at the end. That's it for Stephen and Olga. Y'all let me know what y'all think about them and what I said. Do you think that he needs to get some form of therapy? Because he a little bit throwed off, and that ain't good. Okay. Now, let's move on to Lita and Eric. Now, I had read some articles stating that someone came out from her past. It's supposed to be, I don't know if that's Alessandro's daddy or her ex-man, but they said that she, a few years back, was in Japan, had a thing for drag racing, and she I guess she drag raced during the time that she was pregnant and ended up having a bad accident which resulted in the death of 2 people and her unborn child. There are articles out there saying that she's not necessarily rich and that Eric is not necessarily broke. I can't substantiate any of that. All I can do is just raise an opinion on it if in fact it is the truth. I wouldn't be surprised, because one thing I found out in my research of this show and dealing with TLC is they do tend to embellish storylines on here. They put in stuff that they really don't need to, because if you have the 4th most popular show in the world, TLC 90 Day Fiancé is the 4th most popular show on TV. Child, that's saying a lot about the show. You ain't really got to do much but just get the right people on here. And clearly you've been doing that, because y'all have several branches off from this show. Y'all got before the 90 days, after the 90 days. Y'all got all kinds of parts of this stuff. I'm new to this franchise. But I felt like if I can go into less chats about the behind the scenes of Bravo and VH1 reality stars, why not do it for TLC, especially since I'm beginning to, find out a little bit more about TLC and enjoy it. So that's why we're doing a closer look. Now, like I said, I don't really know what the story is with Lita, if that ever happened. I know some guy tried to expose her like that. I don't know. All I know is Lita's aspiration is to become a doctor. She wants to live the American dream. And girl, you better understand that this man may not be, if he's not rich like they are, well off like they trying to say, which he don't give me that tease. But then again, like I said, to be on TV, people do anything. Some people will anyway. But I don't know that that's true. What I will say is, I know she wants to be in this country. She gonna do what she gotta do to stay here. They done got married already, and but I'm hearing they supposed to have a YouTube channel. I'm gonna find out exactly if that channel has started or if they're gonna start that channel. I had heard somewhere on there that they were actually upset with TLC because they would not endorse their YouTube channel. I don't know. I'm going to find out what that channel is, and we'll talk about it more in depth. But I don't have a lot about them. The only thing I have to say about it is I still feel some kind of way about Eric, because I felt like he kind of threw his daughter under the bus for basically a stranger or a fantasy. Because why would you ask her to move away? Why would you basically put her out and she's paying half? I still have a problem with that. Now, I don't have a problem with children moving out of the nest. I have a problem with parents kicking them out of the nest when they doing their part. And it's unexpected. That bothered me. But that's all I'm going to give you on them. I'm going to have to dig a little deeper for them too. I don't really give a damn if Lita here or not. I don't. I don't really care if Eric gets happy with her or not. I hope he is. I mean, you going through a whole lot to be with her, so good luck with that. Next couple, Fernanda and Jonathan. Have much to really say about them. Only thing I know is that they did get into a little social media beef with Larissa and Cole. Apparently, Larissa she took a picture at a museum or something like this, assimilating her, how she, how they frisked her or got her in the chicken wing position when she was about to go to jail. We're going to talk about that in a few minutes, about why she went. But she put that up there, and I think that Fernanda said that, a lot of people was worried about her. Why would she be making a mockery of it? And she snapped back at Larissa somewhere along the line saying that she's jealous and she a mail order bride or something like that. And then the men got involved, and they went back and forth. And Yeah, that was a mess, child. I didn't have much for that. I, I I don't really have much to say about Fernanda and Jonathan. I just still feel like that Jonathan got a little growing up to do, even though he in his 30s he should be prepared. He got a lot of childish ways about himself still, and I feel like Fernanda is very young, and I hope that she is ready for what she has now signed herself up for, which is to be somebody's wife. I hope she prepared to know that person she was when she came to the United States, she ain't gonna be that person anymore. You done signed on to be somebody's other half, child. So I wish her luck with that. I probably wouldn't want my daughter to get married at 19, but, you never know. I can't never say that them people won't last for long. All I can say is I wish them the best. That's all I have to say about them. Now, let's move on to Asuelu and Kalani. Y'all know Asuelu is everybody's sweetheart. Out of all of the couples on this show, I honestly think he is the one that's here for love the most. I think that he gives not a damn about a green card. He really loves this girl and wants to take care of her and the son that they created together. However, I feel like he's being unjustly attacked by her family. And it's all based off of the lies that she perpetuated when she was in that I don't know where we gonna go from here stage. I found her Instagram where she was upset because of how TLC, according to her, made her father look through edits on the show. Which scene we talking about exactly? We're talking about the table scene where he basically threatened Asuelu and looked down on him, even though they from the same place. I feel like I don't feel like that editing made him look any certain kind of way. What we got is what he gave. Now, we do know that editors sit back in the green room after these shows are taped and they splice and dice and put scenes together. However, I've always told y'all, editing can play you to a certain degree, but it can only do that because of what you gave it. You know what I mean? If it make me look like I'm a straight up bitch, it's something bitchy about me that I was doing to give them that. The camera's only going to show what you give it, okay? So I don't feel like Lo was done any disservice. I think that he did a disservice in how he addressed his son-in-law. I felt like that. I felt like he was very disrespectful in how he addressed this boy. First of all, your daughter said that you wanted her to marry a rich white boy. That's what you're used to her dating, and you prefer her to date. That would be okay if you was a white man, but you are Samoan just like Asuelu. Meaning that somebody, either your wife or your parents, somehow or another got here by way of a green card. And for you to be against her being with someone from your own place, your own native land, sound like you the Uncle Ruckus of Samoa. And I can't understand that. And Kalani, whatever your name is, girl, you's a piece of work too. Because see, you told your family all this negative stuff about this man when you didn't know whether or not you wanted him or not, or he wanted you. Once y'all decided y'all wanted to be together and wanted to get married and be a family or whatnot, now you don't know how to build him up because you tore him down so bad. So now he has to walk into a whole new world with eyes looking at people that look like him, but they got in their eyes, they ain't got nothing but hatred and doubt about him. All that negativity. And there's got to be a lot for him to have on his back. That dinner scene was something else. Lo don't look like he racist against his own. He is. If you want her to date and marry a rich white man and you Samoan, just like Asuelu is, I don't understand that train of thought. Now, you told some truth when you said Asuelu needs to be aware that America ain't what you think. It ain't the land of milk and honey, because the milk is expensive and the honey ain't so sweet. That's true. But he could learn and he could adapt to this country a lot easier if he has a support system. She has one. And she's so weak, in my opinion, she's not strong enough to be the support system that he probably needs, because she knows what she done told her people when he wasn't there. So now everybody is coming against him instead of trying to help him, and that's got to be a difficult position to be in. That's got to be a difficult position to be in, to have people disliking you and you don't know why. And all you can do is apologize and promise to do better. And they act like they not understanding that if you from Samoa, Low, you know what that country is like. You know it's not as developed and civilized, the area obviously that he was in, because hell, the houses that he looking at now is amazing to him. He ain't used to motherfucking houses with walls. He ain't used to having to get up and go to work every day. He don't know his way here. This is a whole nother world to him. He don't have streets like we got streets. Did you see how he acted when she was driving? I ain't talking about when she was screaming at him about the baby and whatnot, because that I could say stuff about that too, but in a way I kind of understood her, because you can't just take the baby out the car seat, but when the baby's screaming to the top of his lungs, you got to do something. It's a better way that she could have handled that. She wasn't wrong in what she said. She was wrong in how she delivered it. But she really wrong in how she's torn this man's reputation down in front of her family. And now he's here and she wants them to forget that. Girl, get yourself together. And then stop getting mad at people for judging what we see. Your daddy came across like that. He was intimidating. Your daddy looked like them rubber bands around his damn neck. What that man's name is? Lou Albano. That's who he remind me of. Captain Lou Albano. He does have an intimidating presence about himself. But like I said in the review last week, don't underestimate Asuelu. Remember, this nigga walks around with damn grass skirts and busting coconuts, okay? So you can't just assume because you big and you tower over him that you can get the best of him. And for one, he got youth on his side. Secondly, you been in America for a minute, so you done got civilized and accustomed to the way we do things over here. He just left out them woods. He'll beat your ass. I just feel like if they give him a chance, he gon' show improve. And I hope that everything work out for them, because they actually are one of my favorite couples on here. Now let's move on over to Larissa and Coach. Larissa just got out of jail a couple weeks ago, and this is her second time since she been there. First incident was around July. She went to jail for domestic violence against Coach. Now, I don't know what's wrong with this girl, but somebody don't like her, because somebody from her former life came on and tried to blast her. First of all, we learned she got 3 kids. She eventually answered the call because people weren't leaving her alone about that, and said she does have 2 children she gave to her ex's sister, because she found out after being with him for some time that he was bisexual and a cross-dresser, and he stole money from her and ran her credit up real bad, and she was in a bad situation, so she wanted out. I'm sorry. Things like that is tragic. But when we start giving up our kids, girl, I read somewhere that she also had an alleged domestic incident in Brazil. So it looks like if that is true, what is alleged to be, if that is allegedly the truth, then she got kick a bitch ass tendencies, and that ain't cool. And why you getting into domestic violence disputes with your spouse already? You just got here. I don't know what happened, but according to the police reports, it was enough evidence at the scene of the crime for the police to take her ass to jail because they saw her as the aggressor, and coat had scratches. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I don't know where Miss Debbie play in all of this, but I tell you this much. I'll be getting the hell away from that situation because it's time for her to cut the apron string anyway. That boy in his 30s, him and her got this abnormal ass relationship with one another that I don't really care for. I don't know what it is, but Colt is able to take care of himself, and Miss Debbie don't seem like she got no issues either, so she can live independently as well. It's time to let him go. He got a whole wife now. Y'all don't need to be trying to coexist in there because y'all gonna bump heads. I always say it can only be one woman of the household. You can't have two because they going to bump heads. That's why they don't get along. Now, I think Larissa did come in a little aggressive. But you also have to take into account how she may have been feeling. You don't know what Colt told her. Then she walked into this, what she considered to be a smaller size house full of no furniture and some fucking snowmen staying at her. In the kitchen, they got a whole slot machine sitting up in there. I would have felt a certain kind of way, but, decency would have made me keep my damn mouth closed. I ain't her, though. And what's going on with this situation with your children? That man that you said was your baby daddy came back and responded to you and said that basically you were lying and that you were also allegedly a prostitute back in Brazil. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, y'all. I'm just telling you what the people say. My thing is, why y'all ain't keeping y'all kids? Now, I know children got fathers, but what's the tea? What is it going on? You left 3 kids, ain't never mentioned your kids or nothing on the show. It's just like your children don't exist. Like there was a chapter in your life that you don't want to ever bring back up. It's 3 people out here in this world that you're responsible for bringing into this world that you have no involvement in their lives. I don't understand that. And it's being confirmed that you don't have no involvement. So I don't know. That as a mother, that makes me feel some kind of way about her. But I wasn't big on her no way. I told y'all that. I don't see it forward. I never did. Anywho, they didn't go to the reunion in New York, the tell-all or whatever, but that don't mean that they ain't gonna be on the tell-all, because y'all don't know. They could Skype them in or something like that, but I do know that they gonna be on that 90-day fiance, I think, after the marriage starts and stuff. I forgot what they call that, but what I read was they are supposed to be on there, so we gonna get to see Larissa and Cole as a married couple eventually around these parts, okay? So we looking out for that. I'll probably be reviewing that as well because I'm interested in seeing how they live. Now let's talk about Jay and Ashley before I get up out of here. Jay and Ashley. Child. Now y'all know after Ashley had told Nicole, which was her supposedly best friend, that she didn't want her to be in her wedding anymore, and she was gonna basically be cool on her for a minute because she don't support her decision to marry Jay. Apparently, according to what I read, Natalie allegedly contacted some blogs and was trying to tell a story about Ashley's life, and the bloggers contacted Ashley to let her know, tabloids too, and so she took to Twitter to tell her story to, I guess, a blog on Twitter. And what we learned is about, I think, 2005, when she was like 19 years old, she was abducted by knife. I think, yeah. A man abducted her using a knife, took her off, beat her, tortured her, raped her, and she ended up getting away from that person. That person was caught, convicted, and is now in prison for it. Now, my feelings about this is this. Since she has confirmed that did happen to her, this is how I feel about Natalie. If that's your best friend, if Ashley is your best friend, you ain't shit to want to tell a story like that about that girl because you in your feelings. Girl, you starting to act like you jealous of this girl. If you want your old piece of Jamaican piece of man, girl, go back over there. Y'all always over there. Go get you one. But you can't have Jay. Is that the problem? I understand you might have been in your feelings because in the book of your mind, you only was concerned about your friend, but she made a decision and she's an adult. When that woman said, if Jesus told me to leave Jay alone or he was cheating, I'd stay with him anyway, that's when you should have shut the hell up. But you kept being persistent about it and trying to make her change her mind. And now you open up the door for him to be able to convince her to leave you alone. But if you're mad about it, get over it. You don't go and try to put that kind of information into circulation about her. That is something she don't have to explain to us. That's something that you, as a friend, you would never go and tell. You tried to spray your friend because you in your feels, and that makes no sense. If, in fact, that is true, what you were planning to do to her. That's real low down and dirty. And Ashley, all you had to say is you ain't going to put your children on TV. All that, they with their father. I'm going to address this one more time because people asking you about your 3 kids. They have fathers and it's school time and that they basically live with the father for those purposes. Okay, that's fine, ma'am. All you had to do was just say my kids are not going to film with me. And that's all you had to say. But you catching an attitude like it's more to the story, Mom. You have a right not to have your children on camera. I ain't got no problem with that. But don't get mad because the fans know about it and want to ask you about where your kids at because you're a mother. It ain't many of them that don't want their kids seen at some point, but you are a rare breed. You don't want your kids on camera, and I can respect that. You have a right to feel that way. But you don't have a right to have an attitude with the people because they're asking a question. Girl, please, you a public figure now. Anyway, next thing I want to say about that to Natalie is, while you over there digging one ditch, you should have been digging 2. Because while you digging that ditch that allegedly you were about to dig on Ashley, Jay dug a ditch and dug up your shit and aired you out as a retail thief. Girl, you done been stealing out these people's stores, huh? See, you need to deal with what makes you do that. Once you conquer that, then you can come over there and worry a little bit about your friend. That's a problem. I always tell people, if you're going to try to do somebody dirt, make sure you be prepared for the downfall because it's going to come back on you now. You're going to get your just due too. Baby, you either going to get it now or you're going to get it later, but you're going to get it. Karma has no respect of person. She'll show up at any time. You think you done did something to somebody's child? Let me tell you something. You may go 10, 15, 20 years. But it's going to return back to you. And sometimes it return back to you tenfold. So that's messed up what you did. If you did that, you are not a true friend. And you the low down of the low down, in my opinion, to do something like that. I see that's the problem. I told y'all you got to be careful who you call your damn friend. Not everybody sitting on the front row is a fan. Okay, and not everybody on the front row is sitting there and supporting you. Some people sitting there simply to watch what to take from you, to enjoy what you can give for them right now, and to be on the front row to smile at you as you begin your descent down. At least that's what they think that it be. They dare to take from the tree. They ain't trying to get a tree, nothing, honey. But that was it, y'all. I just wanted to come through and have a conversation with y'all. See, when you do this as long, now I ain't been doing it no long time. I've been here 4 years in January. But when you truly love this and it becomes your passion, even on your downtime, you thinking about a video and then should you go and address the little things right quick. That's what I was on my mind all week. I didn't even watch Greenleaf. I started to watch Greenleaf right quick and do a review. And then I thought about it. No, I don't feel like it right now. But I had been watching and reading up on the 90 Day Fiancé cast members and watching previous shows and previous seasons and whatnot, because I want to be better with my reviews for you all. So, you know, that's how I do it. That's how I got to be able to do the Love and Hip Hops and the Real Housewives. You know, I can blow through a review on that because I've done the backstories and I research, you know. And like I said, it interests me. And I've fallen in love with the 90 Day Fiancé. I'm going to be on this show. I'm going to be doing the other parts of the 90 Day Fiancé, the other little franchises that stem from the 90 Day Fiancé. I'm going to be really into it. Now, on December the 7th, Love After Lockup will be returning, and I will be in the building with reviews for you guys as well. I see Scott is returning. I'm going to have to check on them other people that's coming, the new folks, and get a little backstory so that I can do better reviews on that and have, you know, my opinions formulated better based off a little bit more knowledge of the people. But that was it. That was all, y'all. I wanted to come in and talk to y'all because I missed your asses. And I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. Thank you to all of my supporters from back in the day and all the ones that have joined the journey since I began this, y'all. And that's all I'm going to talk about. I'll probably hit y'all up later on today with a little tea about this Tekashi and weigh in my thoughts about the situation. I've been seeing what's been going on with him. I saw this coming. But anyway, child, we'll talk about it when I get there. I'll talk about it in a couple hours. I'm about to get ready to go to bed now. But thank you all for listening to the video. Remember, the depth of your struggle will determine the height of your success. In the meantime, in between time, please remember to rate the video. Ratings get me recognized on the YT streets. Comment down below in the comment section, also known as the panty. Subscribe to the channel so that you will be, subscribe and hit your notification bell so that each and every time I drop a video or go live from this channel, you'll be notified and you can join in with me. And I'll see you guys in a couple hours. Peace.